How's Rodney tonight?
I don't know. He ain't talking to us yet.
Being quiet.
Something like that.
Woohoo. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, well, my mic's on. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Gotcha now.
Hold on a minute. I think I know what the problem is. Maybe.
I can go incognito again.
It's not working.
I'll go incognito.
This happens every time.
I can't see nothing without them. There ain't no reading chat while that's off. That's for sure.
Now can you hear me?
We heard you before.
Well, I couldn't hear you.
That's not good.
Oh, here it goes. It's echoing.
It's echoing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not on nothing but StreamYards.
All right, let's stop.
It stopped?
No, it's there. It's not looping, but there is an echo. I can hear me in the background.
I can hear you in the background, too. Now talk.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm here now.
I'm barely hearing you all. Hold on.
Turn your volume up. Yeah,
It's up now.
Can you hear us?
Yep.
There you go. No echo. Everything's working.
I don't have no echo.
Yeah, everything is good.
Good. Says we've been live for 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
We haven't did nothing but fixed audio.
Yep.
We pulled a Sparky already.
Yeah, Sparky.
That Canadian audio problem.
Is Heath in here?
I seen him. Okay, who we got in here? Nora. Anfield Road layout in the loft. Marty M. Cousin Vinny. Digger Evans. Welcome. Sean McGee. Cal Stevens. Chazco.
Had to get my extra set of eyes.
Let's see, Cal. Jerry, welcome. I'm still getting feedback.
You're the only one getting it because I don't hear it.
It's way down in the mic in the earphones, so I can barely hear it, but I can hear it. If that made any sense.
Yeah.
John 2618, Sparky. Welcome everybody so far. Schuylkill River Valley, John. The other John. One of the other Johns. Seems like we got a lot of Rons and a lot of Johns and not enough Wilmers and Rays and Hot Rods. Marty M. And trying to figure out what just crawled on me. A bug.
That's scary.
Like I said, I'm somewhere around here. I've got a musk snake, and I got to figure out where it's at.
Oh.
You got a snake.
I can smell it. I just don't know where it is.
Michael
Hey,
McCarville, welcome. Who else did I miss? That looks about. Oh, Rick Bailey, welcome. I think I said hi to Marty. Sean, Digger, Jerry, Rick. Don't look like anybody else on here.
Hi, Cal.
About 13 watching, I'm guessing. That's what my counter says. So, yeah,
Buzz.
here's our guests for tonight, as you can see on the screen already.
Who?
The snake.
Well, yeah, the snake and the white wall and the one in the hat.
Yeah. It's either that or get the glow off the head.
Yeah, either that, Mr. Glow over here
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Mr. Clean's brother.
Oh, it ain't quite that
No,
dark.
I'm messing with you, Wilmer. Him and
It's Heath.
yeah, Heath from Human Junction,
Yep.
Human City Junction, or Humidity Junction. Depends how you want to look at that.
Oh,
But welcome, Wilmer, and welcome, Ray.
how you doing?
Just thought I'd drag some people in here because I don't have a lot of topic to talk about, but I'm going to just cover this real quick and we can chat. I'm just going to cover some mountain materials. I don't have nothing laying here, but I'm going to mention them. Just something that I had thought of yesterday and into today. You can use different kinds of styrofoam. This is the beat it kind. I really would prefer not to say use this, but if that's the only thing available, you don't have a choice. Kind of like Roy Smith in Panama. He don't have a choice. So, but the reason I'm covering this, I was just thinking if you would ever need an access place in your mountain to get into, a wreck or a derailment and the clean track, this or your pink or blue or green foam, whichever is available in your area, is easy to cut, and your section out, and then, you'd have to hide the seams and everything. But foam seems to be the easiest thing you could probably do something with like that with. Cardboard, not so much, because if you do the basket weaving idea, you're going to cut your frame apart. Easier that way, but you'd have to fill it in with another idea. So I just wanted to throw that little tip out there. If you would ever have a
I didn't want to interrupt you.
oh
I just put up a sign that said "Hi, Digger."
oh okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just wanted to cover that, just throw that little tip out there. It's been on my mind for a little bit. So, that would be probably foam would be your best bet for, an access if you built your tunnel or your mountain scenery out of foam. And then you could probably just, fill it in or whatever if you didn't want the seams showing, or just make something up to kind of go over top of the sides. as it goes back in. So, but anyway, now we can start chatting, guys. I'm basically done. I mean, besides some live feeds that I'll just throw out here real quick to waste a little bit of time. Sidetrack Sunday with Ray and his gang, John Heath, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ray, Jason.
You got it.
Okay. I thought that's who it was. Nate at 7 p.m. Monday night. Eastern. This is all Eastern stuff. So, Tom's Trains and Things at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Track Tuesday, Wilmer, Tony, Boxcar Benny, and Dave. All shared On Track Tuesday on Tuesday nights. Starting with Wilmer, ending with Dave Ferber of the Crooked River and Eastern Railroad. I'll get that right someday.
You got it right.
But anyway, well, I always seem to reverse it somehow. Wednesday, Sparky, 7 p.m. When what I heard, he had trouble last night, and well, sorry, Sparky. It always happens to the good ones. So, anyway, Thursday you get stuck with me when I show up. 7 p.m. BNSF 6951, aka cousin or our cuz or big brother Vinny. Benny, not Vinny. Ugh. Benny. But that he comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern. He's the only other one that comes on at 8. Besides Tom and Ray. Ray and your gang comes on at 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm remembering all this stuff, and I just wrote it down before.
That's right. I forgot half of it the other night when I did mine. So.
Well, if I don't start writing stuff down, my head just it hits the door.
That's called old age.
Yeah.
Creep stuff on you fast.
I'm beginning to wonder because I'm still fairly young, and it's done caught up with me. I forget stuff every day.
Well, that don't sound kosher.
That was the mic.
That wasn't me.
What in the world, Ray?
I don't have the box over here. That was the mic.
Hi, Anfield.
But anyway, we got like Nora and RWC Toyman and a whole host of other. I'm trying to think. What's the gang on Saturday morning?
Back on track.
Back on track. You got them Saturday morning. That's at 10, I believe. 10 here. I don't know actually what their time is, but of course then you got the bridge guys or the building guys, whichever. No.
That's done.
Okay.
Yep, that was over last week.
Okay.
At least for the time being.
Okay.
Hi, Anthony.
So anyway, that pretty much covers what I got for now. Looks like we might have 23 in here according to my count.
Yeah, I see 23.9.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see how many likes, so because I'm not on. My phone's ready to croak, or I would try to mute it and get on YouTube to watch it. But yeah, Michael's saying 24:10.
No, I just got 24:13.
Okay.
24:15. It's going up.
Okay. Everybody's hitting it.
And then Digger says 24:16.
There you go.
I'm lagging.
Hi, James Golden.
Yeah, Digger's message just came up, so.
No, I'm talking about. I'm lagging on the watchers and the likers.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm watching on that.
Yeah, it seems like StreamYards, it'll start, jumping, and then it just sticks there.
Mine.
And I don't get no chat for like a minute or so, and then it's just like it's.
Actually, it's pretty close tonight. I think it's within a minute, so it's a lot better than what it was last night.
Well, I think what was going on last night with Sparky was, I think that was YouTube's doing. I really do.
That's what I think, because Digger had messaged me and said something about it was everybody's live stream yesterday that was going bad.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought that somebody had said something about the fact that they had seen on a message board someplace that YouTube was having an issue, but I don't know.
I watched just a replay because I was at church, so I watched a replay last night, and from what I was getting from it, YouTube was implementing that new live stream feature that they've got. Wouldn't be surprised that threw some monkey wrench into the works. You know what I mean?
It's like somebody else had mentioned it too. Here it is. We've started getting all these nice programs out there that we don't have to use YouTube to do the stuff, and it's like, oh no, we can't be doing that. So.
Well, I like StreamYards because I can pull, you guys up, and it seems to be a lot better than a lot of them that I tried to use.
Well, if anybody saw what I tried to do back in March when I was playing around with, I tried like 4 or 5 different programs before I finally hit on this one. And the first couple, it was like I sat there and messed with them for like an hour trying to get them, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
When you shouldn't unplug.
Huh?
You shouldn't unplug.
Okay. Still,
It's echoing.
Yeah, I turned my speakers down to see if that was going to help with anything too. But like I said, I don't have it playing.
I thought maybe I'd just try it and see if it would work, but evidently it won't. So that's fine.
Sparky says that there's an echo. Well, there was for a second, but then it stopped.
Right.
Yeah, because I put the. It has to do with something with I guess from the StreamYards going to my YouTube maybe, but I don't know how you would get into YouTube to turn your volume down. There's no volume.
I usually just mute the YouTube and just watch the StreamYard. The only time I go over to YouTube is if I want to actually talk to something in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have to.
I've heard that my mic's low, but I don't know what I can do.
Then he says, Ray, your mic is low.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, yours is a little lower than Wilmer's, but I can hear you. I mean, these are my racing scanner headphones, so I can adjust the volume up here or computer or whatever it's hooked to. So.
Hi, Chazco.
I will say that I have not did nothing on the layout, so in case anybody asks. Dwayne, welcome. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon Railroad. Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt, welcome.
Any
Ooh.
better?
Yeah, but lose the squelch. Ooh. Okay. Now it. Oh. Now it's going. Sean, hopefully Sunday Hagerstown is going to attempt to open back up for a test and tune. They were supposed to be closed for the year because of our lovely health department guy that seems to be causing lots of problems because of the showstopper and other complaints. So they are going to try to open up this Sunday for test and tune, and I'm hoping that I will be able to go up there Sunday and try this out, because I may have to go from an automatic to a 3-speed, which I ain't really liking the idea, but because of having an automatic transmission with this new motor, it's got a big cam in it, and the two will not interact real good. I got to keep my foot on the gas and the brake if I'm in gear, so when I'm setting in lining up, I'm going to have to put it up in park or neutral or something to get it to keep running. Here at it's going to shut off, just like popping a clutch. It'll shut off. So
I had a car like that once.
I'm not liking the idea of a 3-speed because I'm not a manual person. But hey, you know, if it helps me and it makes the car run, you know. But that Sunday I will have the automatic in it, so I'll just have to keep it going long enough to get it out on the track. And once I get it going, it'll stay started. It's just because of having a big cam and all that now, you know, it's going to fight each other, you might say. So I mean, I do know that I'm going to go from the slow guy all the way to a very, very faster guy. So if I was in a race, I probably would be going to the front instead of tagging on the rear and staying back there after 29 years.
So you say you're going to a test and tune. You got somebody that goes with you and helps you get it.
The guy that sold me the motor and did my motor, put the motor and set the car and everything up, he will probably be up there because he knows the motor. He's the one that built it. So
I didn't know if you had a bunch of buddies that was your pit crew or.
Well, I guess I basically just rely on whoever wants to come over and help me. You know, the racing friends.
Right.
Because the only pit crewman I ever had was my dad, and I don't have dad, so just in spirit in the car.
What kind of model trains have a torque converter, Sparky says?
Whatever kind you can figure out how to put one in, buddy. If you can figure out how to put a transmission in a train, you let me know. A model train at that. Oh, I thought I muted Ray, and he did that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to fix the mic.
Oh, okay. I thought I had my cursor going across something. I'm here. My hand tends to move for some reason, and the mouse is all just something to play with, I guess.
Thanks, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah. Hopefully, I know.
Is the mic any better, or is it still low?
Sounds louder to me, but Wilmer.
Still sounds the same to me, but I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I'm still messing with. Instead of using the one that's in the webcam, I've got a desktop one.
You sound like one of those DJs from back in the 1930s going, yowza, yowza, yowza. You know? That's about the way the sound's on your mic.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Dale Bass would love to have you on a Sunday morning in coffee and training.
Hello, this is Ray Boble, your DJ for the night.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
We're going to talk about model trains and other things. And snakes, if we can find one.
But we hear you okay.
Oh, man.
But we hear you fine.
Let's pick on Ray night.
Oh, that hasn't stopped, Rodney. I don't know if you saw what happened last week. Come on now.
No, the last thing that I seen, I think I watched one of Wilmer's Not Bads and Roy Smith and something, or the Bridge guys, when you did the last episode of the Bridge stuff. And then I watched you the other night about your bridge pier problem.
Yeah.
With your heavy locomotive. So.
Sparky says to tell Ray, say,
What?
"Good morning, Vietnam."
Oh, jeez. Why is this on my screen?
Kyle, somewhere down here, I've got a musk snake hiding, and I'm just gonna figure out where he's at.
I'm glad it's your house, not mine.
Hey, Muskie, where are you?
Take the banner. Yeah, I mean, you're hot. Well, then again, nobody wants to see my ugly mug anyways there, Rodney, but I'm half covered up over here.
Well, thanks, Ray. James, welcome. Dave BNSF, welcome.
You need to go back in the chat, Rodney, and find that Anfield.
Or you can just click on another one and
click on another one, and then you'll hide Ray's face with another one.
I didn't know I hit him. Did I?
Hey.
I'm trying to get this off my screen. It's some kind of menu that has no X or nothing on it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm tapping my mouse, and
how'd you do that?
I do not know.
There you
go. It
go.
just popped up here.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, you got part of it.
Part of what?
No, you got it. You're good.
He got it.
Okay.
Comedy Central.
This is what happens.
Yeah. I was going through my stuff the other day. Seeing, I got boxes of stuff that I bought like at train shows and stuff, and I don't know what half the stuff I got sometimes. But I came across this little kit, and it's a resin kit from Carolina Train Specialties. I don't know if you can see that. And it's kind of a resin type thing. I have to cut it out. But it comes with instructions and all the little stuff to put the roof and everything. It makes a simple little stone type building. I think it's supposed to be a jail, an old fashioned jail. But I thought it was interesting.
Oh, you're hosting now.
And it's all there. It's all there. That's a future project.
There There you go.
What happened to Rodney?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you're hosting and I'm your sidekick tonight there, Wilmer.
Wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Jerry, did you see these that I showed the other day?
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to have a set of those in N scale.
I had a watcher send me these. Now, this is HO. That's, I got a pair of them. HO. And then this one here, it's HO scale, but uses N scale track. It's a Bachmann. This one's a Bachmann. When I checked them out, they work.
That's interesting because I've got one of those 4 or 2 truck ones as well, but that one there does run on HO gauge track. So I'm interested to see what that one. Well, I'm going to get my city built first before I can start playing around with that. Hey, Rodney's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cut me off.
Oh. It didn't cut you off because it would cut us off if you cut you off.
Well, I cut everybody off my screen.
We were still here. But yeah, I'm gonna put a trolley on mine. I'm just debating which ones to use. I'm thinking I'm gonna use the Bachmann one, and I'll get a couple pieces of N scale track off of my son. And I'm gonna run it right up through the middle of my little town scene.
There you go.
And then I'll put one of those, what is it, an AR1 auto reverser, so I can turn it on and it'll just go back and forth. You know?
Yeah, that's what I put on my trolley.
It works pretty good.
Yeah. You just hook it to the track, hook it to your transformer, and then you adjust your how many seconds you want on your AR1, and it automatic. All you do is turn your transformer or your power or whatever on, and it just goes by itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Eventually, mine'll loop the city, and it'll go over towards where the hidden yards are, and somehow I'm going to have it come back. I just haven't gotten that far yet.
Now, when I do my remodeling or redo of my layout, my trolley track might get extended to go further back in the layout where, and just disappear like it's going to another destination. And you won't see one end, but you will see the other end over at the workbench where I'm planning to have it go across the bridge and end and for pickups and drop-offs. So I've got the ideas up here and trying to do them on separate pieces of paper for each level. That way I don't have a bunch of lines all over the place. But it's hard right now because I've been playing with this race car stuff, and that has me locked over for it. Why it's nicer weather, and I want to get up there to the Speedway this weekend because that's the only opportunity to actually practice for this year. But I may change the rear ends and everything to the Winchester gear, which is a lower gear. And take that down to Winchester during the month of October, for a couple races and get the hang of racing, and everything, and then I'll just switch the rears back during the winter and go up to Hagerstown because it's a lot closer to me.
Right.
It's only, I don't know, 14 to 20 mile away. So anywhere in there. But I try to stay closer to running Hagerstown because of my mom getting older, and my uncle is here, and if my daughter is here that weekend, I'm really not supposed to leave my daughter with my mom because my mom and my ex ain't talking and they don't like each other. So, if something starts, then it's on me. So I'm trying to plan it to where at least it'll be a Saturday night, and I can take her home on a Sunday, and it shouldn't affect anything for the Saturdays.
Terry wants to know how close you are to Ray. How close you are to Rodney?
What is it, about 2 hours?
Something like that, because Baltimore's like 85 miles from me, I think, from Hagerstown. Because 85 miles is, well, from Hagerstown to Harrisburg, it's 85, and from Baltimore to Hagerstown, it's about 85. So,
yeah,
you're right, Sparky. It is 3 inches.
and of course, it's 50 to Winchester. So, from where I'm at. Oh, I'm not even going to ask that. I'm not even going to ask about what we're talking about.
I was trying to figure out what Wilmer was doing, but then okay.
And Martin's in on it. Bunch of wise guys in my live
He's
chat.
a wise guy, Well, if it's, let's put it this way, from my house to Strasburg's about an hour and a half. So
you're a little closer to Strasburg than I am.
Yeah, I was going to say for Rodney, it's probably close to 3 hours. 3.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that. Because we always went up the back way. Well, Dad called it the back way up through York and New Oxford and them places. So.
Well, now we're picking on Rick. I see.
Yeah, I know. I just seen that myself.
Yeah, really. I know where that one was going, Dwayne. Thanks. Uh-huh.
Only the audience is picking on somebody.
I tell you what, it's the peanut gallery.
No, maybe it's the title of my live stream. Maybe they're all caught in a tunnel. They got to pick on each other.
Never happened.
So, Rodney, you're going to get the camera down in the train shed before it gets too cold and take some film of what you got going down there?
Well, it's a mess.
Couldn't be any worse than this. You don't even want to know what that looks like right now. Because I was into boxes that I haven't been into for about 1.5 years, maybe longer.
Well, I've probably got boxes that have been around longer than that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just saying, hunting for stuff, and you come across stuff like this little building here, and you go, "Oh, I didn't know I had this." And then my wife comes out and goes, "I was going through a box, and look what I found you." Oh, I didn't know I had that either.
A new locomotive.
Yeah, it is. It's a brand new Bachmann DC Santa Fe. It don't look like it's been opened. Really? I'm like, wow.
You probably bought it.
It works too. So I need to dig in through my boxes a little more often.
What in the world are we talking about?
Mm,
Yes, I let my wife into the train room anytime she wants.
yeah. Actually, mine comes down here quite a bit because she's gonna go through the train room to get to the laundry
chat
room.
banners they block.
Unless
I
I'm
didn't-
doing the
Did I
laundry.
put that up there?
No, Heath put that up there. See, he's messing with you again.
Yeah, Sean McGee, trust me, I got roasted last week and it hasn't stopped.
That's right, David. It is like Christmas. You're going through those boxes.
Okay, Sparky. I took care of your problem. We was blocking poor Ray. Aw.
Like I said, nobody wants to see my ugly mug anyway. I mean, it's
Well, I don't remember touching anything to put that message up there, so. But Sparky's texting me and saying, drop the banners. I'm like, what banners? And then this pops up.
yeah, Sean, all the time. Yeah, it's funny. The other day, after I got finished putting together that vlog explaining what I did with the bridge, I think somebody had actually asked me what the next steps or what I'm actually going to work on next, and I've got so much stuff.
You.
You know.
I got tons of it.
You know, I've got to get the track down. I've got to get the sub. Well, I got to get the sub road bed down. I got to get road bed in. I've got to get that down. I got to get the track put on it. Even though there's track on here now, but you know, I've got to get all that taken care of. I'm still going to build the city level over here, and then I've got to figure out what I'm doing across the bridge. So. I keep thinking I lost $1 million in my closet, but every time I look, it's never there. I hear you.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Would there be any way that you could put like long extra bracing under the bridge onto each end, and and drop the middle pier?
I probably could. I mean, here's the thing. The reality is I probably could get away with not having it there because I'm not going to run that Mantua 282 across it all the time.
Right.
But it's one of those things, and yeah, I could go ahead. I mean, the thing's got enough bracing. I don't think it's going to be an actual issue. But it was one of those things. The first time I ran it across there, and I saw that thing go whoop, and I don't like that. So
Right. I did. I noticed that it bows a little bit with the heavy one.
Yeah.
Which would be, with any bridge really, with a heavy, something heavier. So.
All right, Heath. All right.
Oh,
Sparky.
here we go.
Here we go with the posts.
Well, remember, I didn't start that.
No, I mean, no, I mean because there's already bracing up underneath of there. I may end up just taking that pier back out. But like I said, for the short term, it was like, you know what? I'm just going to put that up underneath of there as a safety thing. But I don't know.
I was looking at, watching your video, and I mean, it don't really look real bad there. Right. It's because, some bridges do have that extra weight support.
Right.
In the middle.
And I think it was Dwayne that actually mentioned something. I think it may have been in the comments or in one of the other streams that I did, that I've been on the last couple of days. It could be that, you know what? The railroad, there was a bridge there. They put this new one there, and they just left the old bridge pier.
Right.
So
yeah, because it's a different color. It's an Atlas bridge pier, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's
Right.
how I noticed it, because it has the extra pieces
Yep.
where you can tie it down.
Right.
The round concrete looking
Yeah.
piece.
So, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's the bigger concern that I have with that area isn't so much the bridge, it's the way that the bridge sits in that particular spot.
Right,
And that's
right.
the fact that I don't have any abutments up underneath either end. It's sitting right on the plywood. Well, of all things, the bridge and the foam are the same thickness. So it's like I've either got to modify things a little bit over there, or even Rick had mentioned during the live stream, just going ahead, maybe just painting the plywood gray and make it look like a bridge pier, and then just leaving it sit.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm nowhere near ready to do scenery yet. So I've got some time to think about it, but
Right.
it is something I'm going to have to address at some point.
Well, I'm just letting you know, either way it looks good. When you
Thank
pulled
you,
it
sir.
out, it still looks, pretty good. But with it in there, I mean, it looks, it looks pretty good. I mean, it just splits your water off. That's all.
Right. Well, I mean, the
mean-
thing of it is, the bridge that was in there before had the same thing.
Right. Yep. Clear piece of plexiglass as a support would work if you wanted to go that route.
See, this is what it replaced.
Right, right.
So
The
there was
old
already a middle
Bachman
pier on that
Blinken and-
anyway.
The old Bachman Blinken one.
That one, no, this one here, believe it or not, is actually I think that's a Tyco. The Bachman's still sitting there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this here was a Tyco
Tyco
one.
did make.
But yeah, the bridges that are still sitting over there, that new bridge makes them look like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, because Lifelike put those little bridges out with the blinking, slide-on blinking light too.
Yep. But
I know Bachman's look better though. The black ones, they look more realistic to me, because they actually got that little cover on there built in, where the Lifelike one, you can remove it and just have a regular bridge if you wanted to. So
Yep.
they give you that option.
I
The
think you're
only
talking about the wrong type of magazine.
Yeah.
Mm,
I gave up on Model Railroader years ago, unfortunately, I guess. But
I like it. If anything, you get for the advertisements, they got lots of that in there.
oh yeah, it's
But
more
they do
that than it is.
They do have
Articles,
a few good articles in there, and they do show some pretty nice layouts in there.
Right. Well, what I always liked was when you flip clear to the back, you got all your hobby shops and everything listed back there. And
Right.
that, and the hobby shop that I go to up in Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania, and Ray, you know where I'm talking about, probably, up above Emmitsburg.
mm-hmm.
It ain't that far from Emmitsburg. It's right outside of it. But
You go to Emmitsburg often?
who, me?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
often, no.
Oh, I just wondered. I used to go there years ago. There was a seafood place there I used to like to go to. The Odd House, it was called. I don't know if it's still there or not. I was just going to ask you if it was still there.
I don't know.
I'm talking back, way back.
Oh, way back. Well,
Oh yeah, that's one of them back in blast from the past thingies.
well, I know Ray knows where it is, because he takes his daughter back and forth to the college.
No,
Once
in a
while.
her college was actually down south, but her boyfriend's in
Oh, okay.
Westminster. But I think I know how you got that though, Rodney, because we had looked at a couple of colleges up outside of Gettysburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right outside. But we used to. I used to work down in that area back in the '80s, and there was a pretty nice restaurant
It was called the Odd House, or Odd House, OTT, because that was her names. And
Yeah, that might have been
and,
back
and,
when I was a little kid, maybe. I don't know.
You're not that much younger than me. Come on.
Mm,
But anyhow, they had great seafood, and that was I used to go there quite often for seafood. Just wondered if they were still there. Maybe one of the kids or something took over.
well, the only time I ever went through Axel Emmitsburg was to go down to my ex-girlfriend's house down Westminster
Oh,
from the train shop. It was easier just go down that way through Emmitsburg and right into the same. Actually, it comes out at the same intersection as if I went down 70 and got off at exit 68 and went on Route 27. It comes out right at the railroad track down there at a diner, and I think it's Main Street down Westminster. It's the main street through the town. So, but it came out right on the other side across the railroad track. But on the other side on 27, it didn't touch the railroad track because it went like a diagonal. And there is one channel that I noticed, one or two channels, I believe, on YouTube that rail fans that particular intersection where it comes through across the road diagonally. And they got to have a crossing signal at basically all four parts of the intersection.
Wow.
So the dummies in the world don't try to go across the wrong way. So, yeah, I want to come down your house sometime, Ray. See your layout, hang out. Same with you, Wilmer.
I want to get this thing moving.
Well, if I come down, buddy, we can get it moving. If I feel active that day. Then again,
I want to get it to a point where I can start, putting some scenery together because I'm
right.
tired of looking at the plywood and the white foam.
Yeah. Because mine's a crawl up on and stand and walk. I can't put the foam down, but I could do something like cork roadbed or something like that, under the track, different tracks. I mean, that would get it up off the painted plywood, but
hey, Kyle, come over to Strasburg next year. The 21st or the 23rd? Yeah, I was going to reply to Joe's thing here about stuff to use to make glass for windows. I thought I had seen somebody actually years ago using Elmer's glue. If you took a toothpick and Elmer's glue and kind of spread it across the backside of the window, it would dry clear. But I don't know if that was one of the things. I thought I'd seen that someplace.
The easiest thing I've used, and I take, you get stuff that's put in hard plastic. You buy crap all the time. You need a jackhammer to get the thing open.
Yeah, because it's pressed together.
Right. You take that plastic and then just use one of these Elmer's glue sticks. Glues on there. That will glue that thing on there, and this dries clear. It goes on purple and comes out clear. Yeah, you can use that to put on window dressings too.
Like if you want to put windows dressings on that acetate, like just a piece of paper to make like a window blind, it'll do it. You want to glue
Mike
on?
Marvel's got it. That was what it was, crystal clear.
Right, crystal clear. That's a lot more expensive than that plastic that you usually just throw away anyhow.
Right. I was going to say they're starting to sell eggs and egg crates like that now. That thin plastic, you could go ahead and cut that stuff up and use
it. Right. I can show you examples. Here's one. I didn't like what they sent for this kit, so I took that plastic and used it instead. All right, and you can see that's nice and clear. The window dressings, if I can get it up close enough. Okay, the window dressings are glued in with one of those Elmer's glue sticks.
There you go.
And it
Bad
works.
thing is the windows are already installed. I lost the glass for it. Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Right, and if you
Protective
lost the
sheets from the
glass,
old photo albums, there's another good one. There's all sorts.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
use your imagination a little bit. And go.
Dad and I used to.
Joelle was showing that saloon that she put together. I tell you what, that's insane. What she was
Beautiful.
putting together. But yeah, I mean
That's beautiful.
I mean, like you said, there's all sorts of stuff floating around the house that you could use to go ahead and do that.
Well, back then, this is what my dad used: Scotch tape.
Scotch tape.
If he had a passenger car, he put Scotch tape across the inside of it, and it actually made it look like a frosted. I mean, it looks more frosted than anything, but it was windows back then. You know, it was a cheap idea. You know,
you can get the clear
tape,
too, and just make sure you
like
don't
a packing tape.
On it. You don't get your fingerprints on it. It will work, and it'll stay that way for a long. But probably longer than I'm gonna live.
Another idea, like you was talking about, everything comes in plastic packs.
Yeah, right.
Dad and I used to keep everything that we bought that had plastic packs, cut, you know, all the extra stuff off of it, and we'd have different sizes and everything. And that was another idea that he did back then on his cars. He took the plastic and taped them in.
Yep.
You know, and, you know, because he didn't want to glue it in, and tape was easier to get off. You know, just take a little screwdriver and get it off. I mean, it eventually would dry out, but, you know, it would take a while.
Yeah, but that's what we were talking about, Joe, is that acetate packing material that you find on scissors and
like the T-pins, this stuff.
I don't know if you can see that, Joe. You can see where I cut out some already. All right.
Trees off of tree packages. I mean, if you're somebody that don't keep your boxes for some reason, there would be a good piece out of your box. You know? If you get something at a train show and the plastic's just falling out of it, there you go. I mean, it's a little thinner because it's. But I mean, if you have something that you didn't want your light bulb to heat up, put a piece of aluminum foil over it, you know, to keep your heat in the aluminum foil. That was another idea he came up with back then, you know, so it wouldn't make the metal or anything hot. So, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of ideas.
You shouldn't have to scrounge too hard to find that plastic. That plastic's in everything anymore.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, that plastic stuff was started back when I was a little kid. So, I knew some stuff still was coming in, metal or whatever, whatever had to come in, wood, different materials, but now everything's just plastic. They don't make nothing.
You know what? I just happened to think I had seen some place where somebody had made a building. I think it was actually a church, and they had taken plastic and dyed it.
Yeah, I think I've seen that same video.
Yeah,
I've seen that done.
yeah, and made stained glass for the church. It was like, that was a heck of an idea. Sorry, the reason why I had to walk away, I was wondering what the heck was going on upstairs. My wife and my daughter were running around in high heels for some reason. I don't know what the heck that's all about. But the only thing I hear is dum 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 dum. Oh, what the heck are you doing up there?
Bigfoot.
Thought that snake found you or something, and
right.
Oh, geez! I hope the snake ain't in the high heels.
I hope not.
The snake's crawling with boom, boom, boom.
snake
That's
was
a
in
good
here,
idea,
Ed.
Sean. Yeah, you could use colored Sharpies to do that too.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. No doubt.
I mean,
That's
I
what
get.
love about it. We take one. Somebody looks for one thing, and all of a sudden we've got like 10 different ways to go. And
I don't know if like a water paint would stick to plastic or not. I mean, something that you can see through for stainless steel stuff.
yeah,
That just to let light in or out, whichever.
yeah. It's funny that while we were sitting here, John from the Schuylkill River Valley had messaged me about the bridge and using hanging folder metal to put up underneath of it. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea either, because those are fairly strong, and I think that might be enough to get across that opening too. But
It should.
like I said,
they're what? Maybe a foot? No, more than a foot, I guess.
I think it depends on what kind of fold. I mean, they've got different ones.
Yeah.
You got 18-inch, probably 18-inch and 20 for 12, 18, and 24, because you've got legal folders that are at least 24 inches.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was one in here, but
And somebody else had brought up something. Years ago, Tony Custer was, and I think I mentioned this while we were doing our bridge builds, but Tony Custer had a unique situation with his railroad where he had a lift out section that was almost 4 foot. And where this lift out section was, it was supposed to be one of the rivers that the Nickel Plate Road went over. And it was supposed to be this really tall bridge. And he's like, how the heck do you go ahead and you put one of these tall bridges into a lift out section? A buddy of his said, well, what about U-channel? So he went out to one of the big box stores and bought a 6-foot piece of aluminum U-channel and took the box girders, the box girder style bridges, and actually took the bracing out from underneath and laid it over top the piece of U-channel, and it literally fit right around that piece of 3/4 inch U-channel. And that's what he did, is he literally took that and put it across the 4-foot section and then dropped the box girders over top of it. He said, now the neat thing about this is when I go to put the bents up underneath, I don't have to be accurate with it because the piece of metal's holding the bridge up. So, that was a neat idea. I don't need anything quite that extravagant on here, but that was a neat idea. Take it easy, Kyle.
Yeah, see you, Cal. Thanks for stopping.
Joelle was wanting to know if she could join the stream, Rodney.
Sure. I just need some kind of way to get the link to her. I can't get the link to. It'll go to my clipboard, but I can't find this clipboard thing. It's It's somewhere in the air, I guess.
Well, that ain't the normal train. Gotta run out there.
Yeah, we're already 8 or 4
Holy
minutes
smokes.
over, so I
They
don't
never
know.
blow it like that. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that loud and clear.
Yeah, well, it's only
Yeah, it's
one part
only
away.
yeah.
But yeah, they don't normally blow the horn like that when they come through there. So that's probably a different train.
I can't get that to work, Sparky. That's what I'm talking about. I never could get that to
You
work.
can't copy and paste that and stick it in chat for her.
Hold on. Let me. You highlight it, I know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's right. I can't do that because I'm not a wrench.
Okay, after I highlight it, how do I get it off that then
When you
right
highlight
desk screen?
Right click, copy, and you want to hit the click on the copy, and then take it over to the chat and put it in the chat and hit right click and then hit paste.
Right click. There is no copy in that menu though.
Oh, I don't know what you're doing then. That's why it works.
It says copy to clipboard.
All right.
Hmm.
Well,
Is
copy
that the
to the
one?
clip.
Yeah,
Copy
that's the right one.
Yeah, copy to the clipboard.
Vinny got it up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Vinny
Yeah,
got it up there.
I sent it to him too, but along with you guys and Sparky, but I know Sparky can't always get on here either.
Yeah, it was
it's
one of those
family
nights where I
night,
had
so.
5 minutes. I could pop in here for a little bit there. Sorry about not getting back to you the other week, but I was.
That's fine, man. It's fine.
Beginning of the bowling season, and it's
You four are the only ones that I have the email addresses to. So that's the reason I picked you guys.
He's picking on us, Wilmer.
Well, you show up most of the time.
Gluttons for punishment, we are.
Yeah, see, he says he's in the house on Thursday night for family night. So
He's actually in the basement. That's where Amy keeps him.
oh, okay. I see somebody in the basement. I didn't notice that. Well, how in the world do I get? It's covered up by this menu. I can't even get down to the picture.
I don't know where you got the menu from.
Where it says mute, stop cam,
Right.
cam mic, it's all across the bottom.
Yeah.
And right across the pit, whoever that is. And it won't let me down to enter them into the studio.
I have no idea what you got there.
You see, that doesn't help. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I strolled up. Let's see if we can.
Hey.
There's
Joel. Hello.
Can't hear you.
What's the matter?
That is an incredible little layout that she's got on back there.
Yeah, it's all scratch built.
Yeah, I know.
I got the top windows in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Real
I
nice.
like I like the rust coming down from them.
Yeah, the weathering.
Yeah, the weathering. It looks like rust coming down from the.
Well, like I'm always saying, it's wasteland style, and you got to use what you got. So it looked weathered and old.
Exactly.
I know a lot of use. I like the red color because I'm basing it in Oklahoma because that's where my grandmother was from, rest her soul, and I still got family up there in Oklahoma. I like the red dirt. The stairs were the hardest part to build on this thing.
I'll bet. Oh, and you got them angled. The braces angled back in too.
Yeah. Well, my grandpa taught me that. Triangulate everything. Makes it stronger. So it's like the bottom, it's triangulated.
Uh-huh.
You know, shifting, keep it square that way. But my grandpa was a great teacher. He showed me how to do all kinds of things.
Yeah, I remember you saying one night on, who was it? Ron Toyman's live stream that you've been doing that since you was a little girl.
Yeah. Well, my grandpa taught me to do a lot of stuff because he was a good man. He said, use your mind.
Yep.
And it's kind of sad to see a world nowadays where nobody wants to use their mind. They want the computer to do everything for them. Don't get me wrong, I love my computer, but it still can't create what I create in my own head. Like the guy that was in the other show showed us train paintings. That's creativity. And building model trains is an art. You got to build this stuff. You got to think about 3-dimensional. You got to think about electricity. It makes an artist out of you building model train layouts. You got to think how you want it to look, what you want it to do, what you don't want it to do.
Right.
I feel you get more kids into hobbies like this, and I feel slot car racing is the same thing. You get into doing something besides sitting on a computer or a PlayStation doing nothing but rotting your mind.
I agree.
I mean, I like my computer, like I said, but I don't live on my computer. I usually got the music cranked up, listening to heavy metal and working on my trains or fighting birds. Your mom quiet, she's quiet.
Yep. You got to use your own imagination if you want your own ideas.
Yeah. I love old stuff, so I'm always looking at pictures of old buildings, and I got one to show you. I made this.
Hey, Dwayne. Yeah, Vinny, I know what you mean. I've got a couple of structures that I want to scratch build. I may have to get you on speed dial.
There you go, Joel.
I handmade this turntable. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a building that was in a town not far from here. It's not there no more. That I want to scratch build. Just from this photograph, I'm going to try to scratch build it.
Oh yeah, you can.
And
I made this just out of pieces of wood and stuff. And it's my turntable.
When we was kids, we used to do a lot of popsicle stick building of stuff. At least I did.
Yeah.
Hot glue gun and popsicle sticks, and I used to build buildings and put like soda box cardboard for the sides and all that stuff, and for little trucks and stuff. So
when I was a little boy, I think I was in the 3rd grade. My mom bought me a bunch of popsicle sticks, and I started making an ark, like Noah's Ark, and I went through 3 bags of popsicle sticks to make that thing. And when I was done with it, she took it to the school. Didn't tell me she was bringing it to the school, but Geez, I was so awesome. I could sit down and take the top, little kid, just made it. Because I thought Noah's Ark was cool, he saved the animals, And I just like building stuff. But you guys influence me too, because I see your guys' layouts and what you're building. I know I've said this before, but it's true though. I really do enjoy watching your layouts, what's new or what you've added or what your ideas on what you want to build.
Right. It's great when you learn something from watching somebody and then you try it yourself and it works out. It just makes you feel it. That train is coming back through again.
Hold on, Wilmer.
Sounds like he's up on the upper track. I got a track up here that they don't use too often.
Wow.
Let me see if he's up there.
This here used to sit on the over by the city.
Oh, I love it.
When I had my old 13-foot by 11-foot layout. I didn't do this. A buddy that my dad knew, or my grandfather actually knew years ago, and as you can tell, this has still got the original old Tyco hook and loop connectors on it.
Yeah.
But the transformer that's on here is actually made out of cardstock.
Wow.
And I'm not sure where the wire came from, but the guy that obviously he's long since gone, but this has always sat on our layout someplace. And of course it'll make its way back on the layout once I get it to a point where I can put that up here to, to where I'm not going to mess it up. So I keep it in the box that it always sat in.
That's very
By the
cool.
way,
Can you convert it to KD copper so you can run it with your trains? Now that's cool.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Okay, I got something to show you guys. This is laying skill junk, but
And Ray, those couplers are also what I looked up. They are also considered European couplers
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I got a bunch of cars that is got those particular couplers on it.
Yep. Well, the
It-
Tyco locomotive
it's got that pin that goes down.
Yep. But like I said, I know that kid is. Yep.
Well, that's an old one. I got an old girder plate like that, something similar to that.
I like this. Says made in America.
Made in America.
That is a
Yeah.
long time ago.
That was a long time ago because
I got
nothing.
a row still in the box, and then skill that's made in America. My dad didn't like it because he wanted me to be in the HO like he was. Something set me off. I liked the N scale. I still do. I got an O in 30 because it kind of was tricked into it, but I do like O in 30 because it's large enough and the style. I like the roughneck of narrow gauge. It wasn't a pretty train. It was a work train. I mean, to me, they're pretty, but you know what I mean? The guys are throwing them together, they were welding pieces on, and we will make it work. And they did. Just a different era, but that's what built this country is people that were willing to, even to the roughest conditions, did it. They didn't go, oh, we can't do that. Well, they did it. I think that's cool. I just, like you guys build your layouts and stuff, and no two layouts are alike, and I like that. They're all different. They all have their own stories. Some people do riveting, where it's got to be just like the real layout, which I respect that. If they want to do that, that's great. I don't, but you see more fantasy, and not fantasy, but you see less prototypical, just people that want to have a layout so they can run it and have fun. And I feel that's what it's about. It's about fun, not about, oh, I got all this, and this. Well, that's what you enjoy. Go ahead. But go ahead.
My layout's based on just like family member names. Like my daughter Abigail is Abbeville and Abigail Yard and different stuff like that. My friend that died several years back got Prestonburg. His name was Preston, so I just put the Berg on the back of his name and, came up with Prestonburg to have a historic place because he liked trains.
That's cool. Well, that's like me. I want to build a blacksmith shop next and call it Cook's Blacksmith because my grandma's brother, Mr. Cook, his name was Dan Cook, but I just called him Cook as a kid, but he was a blacksmith, and I don't mean a modern blacksmith. He was an old hand forged, make stuff. And I spent the summer up there with him one year, and he was an amazing man. He liked me because I would listen to him when he'd tell me what to do. I'm like, okay, what else, And he would show me how to forge metal and stuff, and I mean, they don't teach stuff like that in school no more even. I think kids need to learn how to have a skill. They're not teaching kids skills no more. They're teaching them how to be a computer. There's too many computer programmers as it is.
They don't even have shop class anymore in our school district.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Nope.
No shop classes or anything like that.
We had to take it when I went to school.
I just think it's amazing. They'll hurt themselves. Kids get hurt. They bruise. They get healed up. They go right back to it. Sorry, I'm just a little old roughneck.
Yep, we had a cooking class.
Yep, I took that.
Shop. I mean, of course, social studies was your history. It was basically the same thing as history.
Yep.
But nowadays they just call it history, if they even have it at a lot of schools anymore. Nobody wants to learn history because obviously the world's destroying it.
You want to erase
Yeah, today's kids just don't want to learn nothing. They got the internet to go by and that's it.
That's why they don't know how to read or write.
Right.
Slang.
Back when my father was still alive, because my daughter, they did not teach cursive writing in schools.
Oh, I did. I learned
Okay. My dad took and taught my daughter how to cursive write. He said, you need this because if you ever write a check or need to do your signature, you got to know how to do this. They don't want you printing your signature.
No, they don't. Yeah,
Especially for credit card things. Although you can just chicken scratch that and it's a signature nowadays. So for the credit card, if you don't want your,
I'm sorry. We'll get back to trains. My bad. I didn't mean to derail us.
that's all right.
You didn't derail nothing. We were derailed long before you come along.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even on it. I wasn't near a track.
We are.
I wasn't in on the track yet in the first place. So
Hey, Rodney, I'd like to hang out some more there, buddy, but I've got something I got to take care of, so I'm going to have to split.
that's
Wilmer, good to talk
fine.
to you again, sir. Joel, nice to talk to you.
Good seeing you, Ray.
Yeah,
I appreciate you
Yeah,
bringing me up here tonight,
we're-
Rodney, but like I said, I got something I got to take care of. So
That's fine, man. That's fine because we're going close to 8:30 here. So
right.
and it figures Jason from Barnabas Junction just popped in. Hey,
Yeah.
good in there, buddy. Actually,
Good evening,
morning.
Jason.
I do know somebody goes live tonight sometime after me at 9:00, and I can't think of who it was. It something to do with Big Bill or somebody?
Oh, that's the model railroading live. That's
Okay.
actually it's John.
John and
Oh, what the heck is his name? Johnny Reb. That's the
Yeah.
that's just the community.
yeah.
He does.
And
haven't been
I know he ain't going to care if I'm live, so
yeah.
because we talked to each other
So
before, so
yep.
Barnabas, welcome. I just now seen you pop in here, buddy. I'm guessing you've been here, but
Yeah, Barnabas just popped in a little bit ago.
okay.
But yep. Take it easy, folks. I got to run. I will talk to all you all later, and have a good one.
Take care.
Alrighty. Bye, Ray. Thanks.
See you, Ray.
Hope I didn't chase him off. I know I talk too much. I'm a gabber. I know it.
Yeah, and what's the amazing thing about that is a lot of people call themselves gabbers, but I'm really not a talker. But here I am doing live streams. I was always a quiet person, and and if it wasn't for Sparky or Vinny or Chuck Baker from the old River Bowie Railroad, I probably wouldn't even be doing this because they pushed me. They wanted to see a face, behind the buoys or behind the buoys.
Yep, I got you.
And here I am. I've been doing videos and all that. I thought, it can't be too bad. I mean, it's just another ugly mug. So,
At least you're real. Unlike some people.
yeah.
Of course, I'm just strange. Of course, all modern railroaders are strange or artists, and that just means they're crazy. Because all artists are crazy.
Good night, Anthony.
Yeah, good night, Anthony. Thanks.
Night,
Thanks for
Anthony.
stopping in. Yeah, I'm going to soon end this here at 8:30.
When are you going to start doing shows again, Sparky? I heard you're cutting back on your shows. I know Wilmer is, which is kind of sad. Oh, I'm going to have nothing to do.
Aw. Wilmer's just taking a pause. That's all Wilmer's
I
doing.
still want one of your decals from my 0-30 train car. I have a train car just waiting for you.
Do you? Okay. Well, we'll have to see what I can do. I think. Let me see if I got any of them over one of the ones over there. If I got them, I got your address. I'll send them out to you. But
I will surely pay you for it. I mean, it's.
I don't want paid for them. I don't want paid for
I
them.
just love the big old Indian chief head. You know what your chief reminds me of? The big chief notepad from when I was a kid. It had a big old chief head on kind of same round shape and stuff. That's what it reminds me of.
When I decided to do this, I just went online and typed in Indian heads, and that's what we got. A whole bunch of them, different ones that you could check. Now that was the one I picked. That's all.
Well, that's neat.
So,
My grandma was half Native American, and my dad's side of my great grandfather on my dad's side was Japanese. So I'm a typical American.
yeah.
My grandma was amazing. My grandpa was amazing. They were two honest people that were hardworking.
Yep.
But
Yep. That's the way my grandparents were. Very hardworking people.
yep. Chicken. When to get bit? She's getting bored.
Yeah.
See my
Well-
ears right there.
Good night, Jerry.
Good night, Jerry.
But I'll let you guys go. I gotta take care of something. I'm working on my layout, so
It was good
it's good
seeing you.
talking. It's good
Well,
talking.
thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Well, I just enjoy them. I enjoy talking with you all and getting. Thank you for the help with my windows, because I'm at a loss. I'm like, what were they used to make these windows?
No, it ain't hard to.
That little piece of plastic, that piece of plastic.
Oh yeah, that's. But I said I didn't think about that. But now, as soon as you said, it's like that'd be perfect. Like you said, you can buy everything's in that stuff now.
Right,
And
right.
everything is in it.
I said you need a jackhammer to open the thing, and then when you
Yeah,
do, you
because
wonder
it's,
what you're doing with that plastic anyhow. So
I mean, because you got these little, the two little tabs to your teeth
Yeah.
pins, but you got it all pressed together
Yeah.
by a machine, and you either got to take a pair of scissors and wrap through the item to even.
Yeah,
It drives me nuts.
I bought a new buck knife about a month ago, and I had to use one of my razor blades to cut it out because couldn't get it out. It was like the edges were all. It's like, wow, they don't want you stealing this, which is good, but it's a pain in the butt to open it.
Yeah, and you got to try not to take out the whole package while you're doing it. So you have that piece of plastic to
Well,
even do anything with. So
I gotta buy groceries tomorrow, so I'm gonna keep my eyes open and see what I can find.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your help, guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks for letting me pop in. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for popping in.
You guys take care.
Yep.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Bye, bird.
Okay, Wilmer. Well,
Yeah, I think I'm going to pop out of here too.
yeah.
And we will catch you later. Thanks, everybody. God bless. Take care.
Bye, Wilmer. Okay, guys. I thank my 3 guests tonight. Joia, I think is how you pronounce her name. I'm not too sure if I butchered that name or not. But Ray and Wilmer, it's been great talking to them and seeing all of you in here. So we'll catch you tomorrow night at Cousin Vinny's, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time live stream. So bye for now, guys. Thanks everybody coming in. God bless. Stay safe. And have a good weekend. And see you at Vinny's.